At the airport, my daughter said, "You're flying economy, and we're flying business class. I don't want you sitting with us." I nodded. She didn't know that I paid for the tickets. I'm Benjamin Carter, 67 years old, and I used to believe that family was everything. For 40 years, I worked the assembly line at Pittsburgh Steel, then moved up to floor supervisor. My hands are still rough from those years, still stained with machine oil that never quite washes out. When my wife Helen died from cancer 3 years ago, I thought my daughter Jessica would be my anchor in this world. How wrong I was. The signs started small. At first, it was just the occasional request. "Dad, could you help with the down payment on Amanda's car? The dealership needs it by Friday." Then it was the private school tuition for my grandkids, Amanda and Kevin. "It's the best school in Connecticut, Dad. Don't you want the best for your grandkids?" Of course I did. What grandfather wouldn't? So I transferred the money. $12,000 here, $18,000 here, $18,000 there. Jessica always promised to pay me back when Ryan's bonus comes through. Ryan, her husband, worked in financial services. Surely they could afford these things themselves on his $180,000 salary, but the bonus never seemed to materialize, and the requests kept coming. Still, I told myself I was being useful, needed. When Jessica invited me to spend Christmas with them in Hartford, I was overjoyed. I hadn't seen my grandchildren in months. I immediately booked my flight, economy class, as always. Never been one for throwing money around. That's when Jessica called back. "Actually, Dad, we're all flying out to the Pocono Mountains for the holidays. Ryan booked us a cabin. You should come. I'll text you the flight details." The flight details arrived, December 23rd, Pittsburgh to Scranton. When I looked up the ticket price, my hands started shaking like they did in Da Nang back in '71 to $1,600 for economy. But this was Christmas with my family. I clicked purchase without hesitation. 2 weeks later, I stood in Pittsburgh International, pulling my old duffel bag toward the gate, searching the crowd for Jessica's blonde hair. I spotted her near the premium check-in counter, designer luggage at her feet. Ryan scrolling through his phone beside her. Amanda and Kevin were glued to their tablets. "Jessica," I called out, waving. She turned, her smile tightening when she saw me. She whispered something to Ryan, then walked over. "Dad, you're here." Her voice had that tone like when she was 16 and I'd caught her sneaking out. "Of course I'm here. Been looking forward to this for weeks." "Listen," she interrupted, her voice dropping low. "There's been a situation with the seating. Ryan's company only comped 3 business class tickets. We tried to get you upgraded, but," she shrugged, like the universe had conspired against me. My chest tightened like a seized bearing. "Oh, that's okay, honey. I'm fine in economy. I just want to spend Christmas with you all." Jessica glanced back at Ryan, who was now watching us with cold calculation. She stepped closer. "The thing is, Dad, you're flying economy and we're in business class. I don't want you sitting with us. It would be awkward. You understand, right?" The terminal noise faded to white static. Did I understand? I stared at my daughter, the baby I'd carried on my shoulders through factory picnics, the girl I'd taught to change oil in my garage, the woman whose wedding I'd helped pay for. I didn't recognize her. "You don't want me sitting with you," I repeated, my voice flat as machined steel. "It's not personal, Dad. The business class cabin is small and we want to relax as a family. You get it?" I nodded. "What else could I do? Make a scene?" She patted my shoulder, actually patted it like I was some old-timer at the VFW, and walked back to her family. I stood there, frozen, watching her lean down to kiss Kevin's head, watching her laugh at something Ryan said. What she didn't know, what none of them knew, was that I had paid for all 4 of their tickets. Business class, round trip, $16,800 charged to my visa just 5 days ago, right after Jessica called saying, "Dad, Ryan's company thing fell through. Could you help us out? We'll pay you back in January, promise." As I walked toward my gate, far from theirs, I felt something cold settle in my chest. Not quite anger yet. Something more like when you hear a machine running wrong and you know it's about to break down completely. Once we were airborne, I did something I'd never done before. From seat 28C, squeezed between a coughing businessman and a college kid with headphones, I pulled out my phone and called my bank. First National Bank. "This is Derek speaking. How may I help you today?" "This is Benjamin Carter. I need to review my account transactions for the past 18 months. "Certainly, Mr. Carter. For security purposes, can you verify your date of birth and the last 4 digits of your social?" My hands shook as I provided the information. What was I doing? This was my daughter, my family. But that cold feeling from the terminal hadn't left me. If anything, it had crystallized into something sharper, like metal under stress. Thank you, sir. I'm pulling up your accounts now. What specifically are you looking for? All transfers over $5,000. Can you email me a detailed statement? Of course, give me just a moment. While Derek typed, I stared at the seat back in front of me. When had it started? Really started? Not the requests for money. Those had always existed in small amounts. But when had I become someone my own daughter was ashamed to sit next to? Mr. Carter, I'm showing quite a few large transfers. The statement will be comprehensive. Is your email still bencarter1956@gmail.com? Yes, that's correct. Sent. Is there anything else I can help you with today? I hesitated. Yes. I need information about establishing a trust, asset protection. I can transfer you to our estate planning department, but they're closed until Monday. Would you like me to schedule a callback? Please. That night in the cramped bedroom of the Pocono cabin, the smallest room naturally, while Jessica and Ryan took the master suite, I opened my laptop. The bank statement loaded slowly on the spotty Wi-Fi. My breath caught $125,750 in 18th months. I had transferred $125,750 to Jessica's account. I scrolled through the list, each transaction bringing back a memory, each one hitting like a hammer blow, $18,000. Dad, our furnace died. The repair guy says it's a safety hazard. $12,000. Amanda needs a car for college applications. Reliable transportation is crucial. $15,000. Ryan's medical bills from his procedure. Insurance is being difficult. $22,000. Dad, we're finally fixing the roof. You'll love how it looks when you visit. And the recent one. $16,800 for these very plain tickets. I opened Facebook and checked Jessica's page. There was a photo from 2 weeks ago, Jessica and Ryan at some community fundraiser. Her in a dress that cost more than my monthly pension. Another photo showed the family in front of a new Lexus SUV. Finally upgraded. The caption read, with 15 likes and congratulations comments. I kept scrolling. The kitchen remodel she'd needed my $22,000 for looked like something from a magazine. Granite countertops, custom cabinets, professional-grade appliances. They weren't struggling, they were thriving on my money. I closed the laptop and sat in the darkness, listening to my family laughing downstairs. They were playing some board game. No one had knocked on my door. The fear came then, not of losing my money, that was already gone, but of what came next. If I confronted Jessica, would I lose her entirely? Would I ever see my grandchildren again? But then I thought of that moment in the airport. I don't want you sitting with us. Something hardened in my chest like steel cooling after the forge. I opened my laptop again and started a new document. Financial transfers, Jessica Williams Foster. I began listing every transaction, every broken promise, every emergency that turned out to be a luxury. By 2 a.m., I had a complete record. I also had the beginning of a plan. Monday morning, I called the estate attorney my bank recommended. Claire Patterson had been practicing for 30 years, sharp as a good cutting tool. Mr. Carter, you mentioned on the phone that you want to restructure your estate plan. Can you walk me through your current situation? I slid the folder across her desk. 25 pages of bank statements, highlighted transfers, and a timeline I'd constructed during those sleepless nights in the Pocono cabin. I need to protect my assets from my daughter. Claire's eyebrows rose slightly, but she kept reading. I watched her face as she processed the numbers, the patterns, the sheer volume of money that had flowed from my accounts to Jessica's. After 10 minutes, she looked up. Mr. Carter, did your daughter coerce these transfers? Were you threatened? No, I said quietly. She asked. I gave. Every single time, and she promised repayment. Every single time. Claire nodded slowly. How much has been repaid? 0. She closed the folder. All right, here's what we're going to do. First, we establish a revocable living trust. All your assets transfer into the trust. You maintain complete control, but the assets are protected. Second, we draft a new will. I'm assuming your current will names Jessica as primary beneficiary. I nodded. We'll restructure that. Set up education trusts for your grandchildren that mature when they turn 25. Name a veterans charity for the remainder. Jessica gets nothing she can access immediately. The words should have hurt. Instead, they felt like relief. How long will this take? The trust can be established within 2 weeks. But Mr. Carter, once you do this, your daughter will likely find out. Are you prepared for that confrontation? I thought of the airport of Christmas morning when Jessica handed me a $10 candle from Walmart while showing off the diamond bracelet Ryan had given her. I'm prepared. The paperwork was filed January 4th. By January 6th, my phone rang. Dad, what the hell is going on? Jessica's voice was shrill, angry. I was in my garage, organizing my toolbox. I carefully set down my socket wrench before answering. Hello, Jessica. How are you? How am I? I'm confused, Dad. I tried to access the joint account and it's gone. Closed. The bank says all your accounts have been restructured. What's happening? Are you sick? There it was. The first move in her playbook. I'm perfectly healthy, Jessica. I've simply reorganized my finances. Without telling me, Dad, I'm your daughter. I help you with these things. You're 67 years old. You shouldn't be making major financial decisions without family input. Family input. Like it was a committee meeting. Jessica, in the past 18 months, I've transferred over $125,000 to you. You've repaid exactly zero you promised every time. Were those lies? Silence. Then, Dad, that wasn't loans. That was family helping family. You know, we've been struggling. Ryan's job has been unstable. Ryan just got a $35,000 bonus. I saw it on his LinkedIn. Another silence. Longer this time. You're spying on us now? Dad, this is crazy. I'm worried about you. This paranoid thinking, these accusations, it's not normal. Maybe early-stage dementia. We should get you evaluated. The phone creaked in my grip. I'm not sick. Ryan and I are concerned. We're going to come visit next weekend. We need to talk about this. I don't think that's a good idea right now. Dad? Her voice shifted softer now, pleading. Don't do this. Don't push us away. We're all you have. Don't you want to see your grandchildren? There it was. The threat wrapped in velvet. I need to go, Jessica. I hung up before she could respond. My hands were shaking, but not from fear, from clarity. The attorney had been right. The war had begun. Over the next 3 days, Jessica's texts came like artillery fire. Each one carefully calculated. Dad, please call me back. We need to talk. This paranoid behavior isn't like you. We're worried. Amanda made you a card at school. She misses her grandpa. You're really going to throw away your relationship with your grandchildren over money. That last one almost broke me, but then I remembered Claire's words. Document everything. I forwarded each message to my attorney. The following Monday, they showed up anyway. I was in my garage when I heard the car pull up. Through the window, I saw them all, Jessica, Ryan, Amanda, and Kevin, dressed like they were going to church. Jessica knocked on the front door. Dad, we know you're home. Can we please talk? I came around from the garage. My neighbor Tim was in his yard, raking leaves. Good. A witness. What do you want, Jessica? Her smile was bright as polished chrome. We want to fix this, as a family. She nudged Amanda forward. Amanda has something for you. My granddaughter approached hesitantly, holding out a homemade card. We miss you, Grandpa. I took the card, kissed Amanda's forehead. Thank you, sweetheart. This is beautiful. Jessica beamed. See? We can work this out. Can we come inside? Every instinct screamed caution, but I also knew Tim was watching. All right? They filed into my living room. Ryan took my chair, Helen's chair, without asking. Jessica sat on the couch, pulling the kids close like human shields. So, Dad, we wanted to clear the air before this whole thing goes any further. It's all just a big misunderstanding, right? Is it? Of course. We're not trying to have you declared incompetent. That was just Ryan's lawyer being overzealous. We told him to drop it. Ryan leaned forward. Mr. Carter, we came here in good faith. We want to resolve this as a family. No lawyers, no courts. What exactly are you proposing? Jessica's voice took on a rehearsed quality. Well, first, we'd like you to reverse the financial changes, put things back the way they were. Then we all agree to forget this ugliness. And the money I've already given you, she waved dismissively. Water under the bridge. Family doesn't keep score. So you're not planning to repay any of the $125,000? Ryan's expression hardened. That was family assistance, not loans. You gave freely. Your attorney who's pushing for conservatorship seems to think otherwise. The temperature in the room dropped like winter hitting the shop floor. Jessica turned to me, her voice rising. Dad, are you seriously going to let lawyers poison you against your own family? I'm protecting myself. From what? From your own daughter? Your grandchildren? Her mask was slipping now. After everything we've done for you, what exactly have you done for me, Jessica? She blinked, thrown off script. What? I'm asking seriously. What have you done for me in the past 5 years besides ask for money? That's not fair. Fair? I pay $16,800 for plane tickets and get told not to sit with you because it would be awkward. Ryan stood abruptly. All right, enough. Here's the reality, Mr. Carter. You can drop this nonsense, restore access to your accounts, and we can be a family again, or continue down this path, and you'll never see Amanda and Kevin again. Your choice. The threat hung in the air like smoke. Amanda started crying. Daddy, don't. Kids, go wait in the car, Ryan commanded. Jessica hesitated, then shepherded them out. When the door closed, Ryan's facade evaporated completely. You're making a massive mistake. We've documented your erratic behavior. Any judge will see you're not fit to manage your affairs. Get out of my house. You'll regret this. I don't think I will. They left, Ryan slamming the door hard enough to rattle the windows. Through the curtain, I watched him roughly buckle the kids into their seats, Jessica sobbing in the passenger seat. I stood in my living room, hands shaking. I just cut off my grandchildren. But then I remembered Ryan's face when I mentioned lawyers, the panic in his eyes. They were scared. And scared people make mistakes. The courtroom was smaller than I'd expected. February 15th arrived cold and gray, Pittsburgh winter settling in hard. I sat at the defendant's table with Claire, my neighbor Tim beside me for support. Across the aisle, Jessica and Ryan sat with their attorney, a smooth operator named Richards. Jessica wouldn't look at me. Judge Martinez entered, a woman about my age with steel gray hair and sharp eyes. Please be seated. We're here for Foster versus Carter. Petition for emergency psychiatric evaluation. Richards stood first. All false concern. Your Honor, we're here out of deep concern for Mr. Benjamin Carter, a 67-year-old widower showing signs of cognitive decline and paranoid delusions about financial exploitation. I felt Claire tense beside me, but she didn't interrupt. Mr. Carter has, without warning, closed joint accounts with his daughter, restructured his entire estate, and made wild accusations against his own family. His daughter has attempted to help, only to be met with hostility and irrational behavior. They called Jessica first. Her testimony was masterful manipulation. My father has always been so generous, Jessica said, dabbing her eyes. After Mom died, I worried about him being alone. I tried to help with his finances, to make sure he was okay. But lately, he's been different, paranoid, accusatory. He claims I've stolen from him, but I never took anything. He gave freely because he loved us. When Claire stood for cross-examination, the atmosphere changed. Ms. Foster, you testified that your father gave freely. Is it true that on December 18, 2025, he transferred $16,800 to your account? Yes, for family plane tickets. And did you promise to repay him? Jessica hesitated. It was a gift for the holidays. Claire pulled out a document. I have an email here from you, dated December 17th. Dad, Ryan's company thing fell through. Could you help us out? We'll pay you back in January, promise. Does that sound like a gift? Jessica's face went pale. And the $22,000 in March 2024 for your kitchen remodel. According to bank records, you've received $155,750 in 18 months. How much have you repaid? Silence, Ms. Foster, how much have you repaid? None, she whispered. I'm sorry, could you speak up? None, no further questions. Ryan's testimony was more controlled, but Claire had ammunition. Mr. Foster, on $180,000 annually, you needed Mr. Carter's help with your children's expenses, medical bills, home repairs. Connecticut is expensive. Your mortgage is $2,800 monthly. According to financial records, you spend approximately $3,000 monthly on restaurants and entertainment. Does that sound like financial distress? Ryan's composure cracked. Our finances are private. Not when you're claiming financial hardship while extracting $150,000 from your father-in-law. When it was over, Judge Martinez didn't even recess. I've heard enough. The petition is denied. Mr. Carter is clearly of sound mind and has every right to protect his assets. Furthermore, I'm troubled by what appears to be systematic financial exploitation. Ms. Foster, Mr. Foster, you should be ashamed. Jessica sobbed audibly. Ryan sat stone-faced. This court is adjourned. Outside, Jessica tried to approach me. Dad, please, don't, I said quietly. Just don't. I walked away, Claire and Tim flanking me. I didn't look back. 3 weeks later, Claire called with news. Mr. Carter, the court transcripts were public record. A reporter picked up the story. It ran this morning. The headline read, "Local couple attempted conservatorship after receiving $125,000 in loans." The article laid out everything. Ryan's salary, the exploitation pattern, the airport incident. There's more, Claire continued. Ryan's employer opened an internal investigation. Financial advisors can't have these kinds of ethical issues. Over the following weeks, the consequences rolled out like dominoes. Ryan was placed on leave, then terminated. Their country club membership was revoked. They put their house on the market. In April, a letter arrived. Jessica's handwriting on plain paper. Dad, I know you probably won't read this, but I need to write it. You were right about everything. I used you. I took advantage of your love. And when you stood up for yourself, I tried to destroy you rather than face what I'd become. I don't expect forgiveness, but I want you to know that losing everything has been a wake-up call. For the first time in years, I'm working. I'm contributing. Amanda asks about you every day. She misses you. So do I. I'm not asking you to let us back in. I'm just asking you to know that I'm sorry, truly sorry. And I'm trying to be better, Jessica. I read the letter twice, then put it in my desk drawer. Maybe someday I'd respond. Maybe someday I'd see my grandchildren again. But not today. Today I was healing. I'd joined a group at the VFW for veterans dealing with family financial abuse. Turned out it was more common than you'd think. I was taking woodworking classes at the community college. Something I'd always wanted to do. My workshop was mine again, my pension protected. Last month, Amanda called my landline. She's 13 now, old enough to make her own choices about who she sees. We met at a diner near her school. She told me about her classes. Her dreams of becoming a teacher like her grandmother Helen had been. When I dropped her off, she hugged me tight. I love you, Grandpa, no matter what. My workshop walls are covered with pictures now, Helen and me on our wedding day. Jessica as a little girl before everything went wrong, Amanda and Kevin at various ages. But the newest photo is from my woodworking class graduation, me holding a hand-carved jewelry box I made for Amanda. For the first time in years, when I look in the mirror, I see a man who stood up for himself, a man who chose dignity over being used. A man who learned that love without respect isn't love at all. That was enough, more than enough. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give your family is teaching them that actions have consequences, even when it hurts. I learned that saying no to family isn't selfish when they've forgotten how to say thank you.